another Sasha, Regan, Gilbert and Sullivan. So is this an annual event?
I think we skipped it because of lockdown. We did one at the Palace Theatre, didn't we? We took over Harry Potter set and we were on there for 3 nights just before it went into the lockdown again. And then we did Mikado last year, so hopefully it's an annual thing again because everyone enjoys them. I enjoy them.
Come, friends who plough the sea, trust to navigation, take another station.
People that have loved them 15 years ago now bring their friends, their kids or their grandkids, and they're passing it along. And I do think there's sort of shows, especially with something like Pirates, that you can watch time and time again, and each time you watch them you enjoy something new, because each cast brings, you know, new humour or a new love story with the pairings that we've got. So yeah, I think people just enjoy seeing. I suppose it's like people go and see the Nutcracker every Christmas with their, you know, it's the ballet every Christmas or Panto. It's just a tradition, maybe.
But does it bring in new audiences, or do people keep coming back? Does it have cult followers like the Horror Show?
We definitely have some of our like real fans that have been seeing them since the beginning. People like Jason Dowler that we sadly lost last year, and I went to his funeral and everything, and I'm going to really miss him this year because he used to sit in the front, would see his white hair, and he just loved them. So that would be really sad this year. So we have some genuine sort of fans of the work that come every year, but I think the audience is ever changing.
Yeah, I've never seen a for want of a better word, a straight Gilbert and Sullivan.
Yeah, I think I've seen one. I saw the Mikado at the E&O, and then I don't go and see any of them.
Kind of, because how many of them have you done?
I've done Pirates, Pinafore, Mikado, Iolanthium, Patience. Is there another? There's 13, I think.
Is there? You've done most of them?
I've done 5 or 6, yeah.
Would you think about the others, or they won't fit into that kind of?
Yeah, I think I would. But it's the top 5 or 6 are the ones that get an audience in,
yeah.
and with a cast of 18 and a production crew, doing Gilbert and Sullivan isn't cheap. So it's sort of, we have to, if we're going to keep going, we have to keep doing the ones that sell tickets, really.
Yeah,
that's what it comes down to.
And obviously your cast changes every time, but how many people keep coming back to get in the cast while they're still...
This is the first time that it hasn't been about a 50-50 split of the, you know, a previous cast or people that have worked with me before, mixing and blending with newbies. And this year we've got David McKechnie, who has played Major General. He's coming back. He's just finished in Standing at the Sky's Edge, and so I'm really lucky I get him back. And then there's Lewis Kennedy, who played the Mikado in the Mikado. Apart from that, they're all new, which is going to be a first, because normally the old ones show them the way of you know, how I work, and so that's exciting.
Was that planned, or just how it happened with the auditions and who's available?
Yeah, they're all working, which is fantastic. So people that I would normally, you know, send out availability offers to and say, do you want to do the next one? They're all doing jobs and they're working, so it's really nice.
Good. Does your direction change, the costumes, the sets?
We are. For this one, we're for the first time since it began, the set is predominantly the same, but we are hopefully giving it a facelift and adding in some, I don't want to say what we're doing, but we're using a bit of technology to bring it into 2024. So that will be exciting. And I think with the new cast, we always improvise, you know, when they become the girls. We always do that. We did a workshop for the auditions. So you'll hopefully find new humour, new gags, and a new feel to the show. I don't ever. The choreography will be the same, but with regards to the scenes, I just look at it fresh each time that we do it, because you don't know what the actor's going to bring to it.
That's right, because you don't change the script, do you?
No, the script's as is,
Yeah.
which is lovely, because I think people, you know, like Nellie, my daughter, who's been watching them since she was 3, I think. Young kids get the language, and it is quite a difficult language when you read it just straight from the script, and often we have to Google what the words mean with the new cast to make sure everyone understands it. But I think my job as a director is to ensure that all the audience know exactly what's going on the whole time, and the stories are so topsy-turvy and ridiculous that unless I make it really clear, people won't follow what's going on.
So, even though it's the same bit of work, it's different every time because it's a different cast bringing something else.
And what happens is we've got some lines in the show now that were ad-libs 10 years ago that are now part of the script. So each time there'll be one gag that lands so well, we try and then keep it in for the next one. There's a lot of physical comedy with what we do. Obviously the company are dressing up as girls and pirates, and the policemen are really a lovely part of it as well. So the physicality and the clowning aspect of it is what I really enjoy as well.
Has the rehearsals ain't started, have they?
No, start on Monday. I need to do a schedule. I've got to do that.
Put it on top of your list.
Yeah, I know.
So you know,
It literally is. I've got to
where
do
would
that.
you rehearse here?
Yeah, upstairs. Because then my kids, I can sort out my childcare and my dog, and
Childcare.
yeah, they still need food. Still need to eat.
Thought they would learn to cook.
No, they can actually.
Yeah.
But it's nice being here because I can keep an eye on the union at the same time.
So where will people be able to see it? Is it a tour or just at
We
Wilton's?
open in Theatre Royal Winchester, then we go to the Arts Theatre in Cambridge, then we're at Wilton's for a month, and then I think we have a week off, and then from the 3rd of December we're at Theatre Royal in Bath for Christmas.
Over Christmas?
No, just for a week.
Oh, so that's pretty much their Christmas show.
But that's a lovely way to finish the tour in Bath, because everyone goes to the spa and has they relax, and then by the end of the tour you can just know that everything works, and just they always like to enjoy a bit of the
And
tour.
then enjoy Christmas once it's done.
Exactly.
What you got planned for after Christmas?
I'm doing my first opera next year. I'm doing La Bohème in Italian for the Regency.
Can you speak Italian?
No. Ciao Bella. That was what I asked in the interview, because they'd seen the conductor, Ben Woodward, had seen the Mikado at Wilton's and said was impressed by how I created the Mikado. And I said to him when I went for the interview, so how do I direct it if it's in a different language? But you get a score with the Italian, and then the English translation is underneath. So I've been listening to that a lot.
Have you seen it?
No, I've never seen it.
I've seen it last year. Recorded.
Did you enjoy it?
Not really, because I couldn't understand. I love the singing and the performance, but you don't get all the story by them fainting on the floor and spooning and shouting loud, or
I mean, that's what I was listening to it in the car with Nellie, because that's what I do. I listen to something first, and then sort of have ideas in my head. It's quite filmic of what I think, where it will start. And I said to Nellie, "What do you think this is about?" She went, "I don't know, but they sound miserable." So that's her idea of what La Bohème is going to be.
Where would it be? Where would it be on?
It's touring around country houses, and then it's going to some French chateaux as well after that.
Fantastic.
But I think with opera they'll only do 2 or 3 performances at a time, and then they have a week off,
probably
and
about as
then
much custom you're going to get in each area.
Yeah.
For opera, maybe.
and then the opera singers need a rest vocally, I think.
Yeah.
compared to musical theatre people who do 8 shows a week or 7 shows a week. So, yes, I've wanted to do one because doing the light operas with the Gilbert and Sullivan.
In English.
Yeah.
It's a big challenge.
Yeah, maybe I could get on and speak Italian course.
So all the cast are going to be Italian or be
No, they're British singers, as far as I know.
So are they
or it's a
singing
British company.
But can they speak Italian, or are they just singing in?
Apparently they learn it and they turn up on the first ever rehearsals and they know the score completely when they turn up. And he showed me the score. It's like a wedge of a book like that. So they come really prepared.
Anyone you've worked with before?
No, I don't know.
Is that completely different, like this kind of musical theatre and opera? Completely different?
From what have I seen? When have I been to the opera? Maybe once or twice in my life. I think, like Gilbert and Sullivan was, for a very long time, people would say it's not for me, I don't like it, I won't understand what's going on. So the challenge doing La Bohème for me is to do a production that my children, again, which are a good test, can sit and watch and know what's going on and enjoy it. That's the challenge. And if I fail miserably, I won't do another one.
Yeah.
I think I can. I think you just need to make it.
You'd have to say yes to these things, though, didn't you?
Got to have a new challenge
Otherwise,
in life.
you're once you've been offered and you just turn it down, you'll be going, oh.
Yeah. No, I'm not scared. I'm excited about doing it.
Yeah.
It'll be really good.
Because it ain't drastically new, innit? It ain't like something you've never done before, because you've done musicals and you've done these kind of Gilbert and Sullivan, so good luck. So, the Union, like other theatres, struggled with the lockdowns. How did the Union get on?
We are still. I've recently, like a few weeks ago, put in a proposal to the Arch Company. They've been working with me to reach an agreement. So not only are we facing a debt from the lockdown rent, I think I've suggested 100,000 to be paid back over 5 years.
Yeah, I remember.
The rent's
I saw you on the news. I think it was 160 grand.
Yeah,
then.
the rent's going up as well. So
they're non-stop.
the rent is looking at being about 100,000 a year. So I'm just going to have to give it a good go and see what I can do. How?
What keeps you so determined?
I think I've been less determined over the last year because I've had so many sleepless nights. I actually did start thinking, okay, what would happen if I just walk away? And I've never felt like that because I think it's 27 years or something ridiculous now. And I started looking at jobs online going, well, maybe I could be a receptionist, or maybe I could do event planning, or maybe I could do this. And then I think once you tell yourself, I always say this to the kids, what's the worst case scenario? The worst case scenario is I shut down. Is everyone happy? Is everyone healthy? Is my life good outside of the union? Yeah. So then you are a little bit braver with moving forward, and I am gonna do my utmost to keep it open and give it a damn good try.
That's what I was thinking.
Basically.
Not become a receptionist, but just find another space.
Oh, I don't think I'd have the energy to start a new space.
No.
We only did this one.
But you'd have that foundation of what you built here and over the road. You'd have that. It wouldn't be completely new, so you'd have a kind of fan base.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I was thinking. You've got kind of lead theatre. I don't think you'd ever do that, could you?
I don't know. Hopefully we'll be alright.
Yeah. So what goes on at the union these days? How have you diversified since moving into this more expensive
Since
place?
lockdown, we're finding that It's alright, I'm just having an interview, so it won't be it's okay, 5 minutes. What you find is that you're having to rely more on the business model now is corporate, lots of birthday parties, engagement parties and weddings, so that if I can have a play Monday to Friday and Sunday, and I have a corporate gig on a Saturday, that will subsidise the theatre. So it's trying to get the balance right with all of that. And the weddings are fantastic that we have here. They're really like alternative and the best atmosphere. I found out the 50th birthdays are the best ones because no one has to go home for the kids. Not had any 18th recently because there's too much sick. But yeah, and corporate stuff, it's knowing that I've got a company upstairs at the moment. In the corporate world, they'll pay more for the rehearsal space than I can get from a theatre company in a day. So it's just trying to juggle all that, really.
And you've got some drama groups here, or
yeah, we've got
classes?
an excellent 2 youth theatres. We've got Raw on a Saturday, which is more theatre based, and they do a lot of filming. Really fantastic group. And then on Sundays we've got the youth theatre that's been here since we started, who's now, I think they just got 6 kids out of 10 into Brick School this September. All just started, and they really are kids that are from Southwark and Lambeth, and now they're, you know, on their way to having really cool little careers, I think. So yeah, I think 6 or 7 started this September. But they're hard-working children, you know, they've got a really good work ethic in the youth theatres here.
Do they come because they're keen, or their parents are keen to start them off?
I think in the early years, maybe they come in because the mum wants to go and their parent wants to go and have a coffee on a Sunday morning. You don't know, do you? But then once or children do it to gain confidence, or we have a lot of children here, like Nellie my daughter was getting bullied a bit at school and having a really tough time. When she went to her first youth theatre, she suddenly felt like she fitted in, because there's so many different types of kids, and you suddenly don't feel like the odd one out. You know, if you're a bit of a tomboy, or you're a young gay kid, or it's a really safe place to be, a youth theatre. And so a lot of them go off to university or they get their apprenticeships, but then a nice percentage of them are going off and starting a career in the arts in some way.
Nice. How's she liking the Brits?
Yeah, she loves it. She's
done a year?
No, she's done 2 years. She's got another 2 years. Because they start at 14 there.
Okay.
So she's done 14 to 16. Now she's doing 16 to 18. She loves it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
She travels. I think she's up at 6:30 every morning to get there.
Yeah, it's difficult. Where are you living now?
Well, a lot of them come from, a lot of her friends live in Brighton, Deeps, Kingston, Dartford, like they travel from everywhere, the kids to go. But I suppose they're all quite determined children, so they won't moan about getting up. No. But then she goes to bed early and falls asleep.
Like kind of school, is it?
No.
As such.
Although when they do 14 to 16, they still have to do all their GCSEs, but then on top of that, they'll have 2 hours of dance, and so they start early, finish late, and so they are pretty tired kids.
It's all those hours that
they do what they like.
So has stability returned to the union, or getting there?
I think it's getting there. I think audiences are definitely coming back. I think I'm talking to other venue managers, people spend less when they do go out. They might buy 1 drink and not 3 drinks. I think people don't come and see everything now, they'll pick and choose more. I think we've still kept our ticket prices really cheap. Like there's always friends offers and stuff. You know, you can have a really good night out in the theatre for £15. We feel like that sometimes, that people, you know, they have 1 theatre trip a year to see Frozen or something, and that includes a travel lodge and a meal, and it's literally like the equivalent of a trip to Disney for the weekend, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, there's
that's why fringe theatre's so necessary.
Yeah.
improvised theatre would just
And look
start.
at all the amazing actors that have come through here. Like I know we do predominantly musicals and LGBTQ work here now, and that for us works because people know us, they know the staff, they feel comfortable here, they know the sort of the quality of their work they can get. So it's almost like by sticking to a couple of genres, it's working for us. But what was I going to say?
That's it, stability, done.
Yeah.
Oh right, you've done this. Did your two girls grew up in the Union Theatre? How did it impact on their lives?
I think what it's shown as a mum is that as a woman you can, having both, working and running your own business and having children, it's always going to be tough, but it is possible. There's definitely sacrifices and compromises, but I think they admire what I do. I think they're realising as they get older it's quite unusual. So I managed to inspire B to go and work in anything other than theatre. She's in recruitment now, doing really well, and then the little one has been inspired to work in theatre. So lost one, gained one.
So has B been and gone to university?
She went for a year. She went to do business at Leeds.
Okay.
And just decided that she could learn more working.
Because I remember she was selling all these personalised boxes as things, wasn't
Yeah,
she?
she did that in lockdown.
Yeah.
And then I think also just getting some new touch. Yeah, of course. Do you want milk? Yeah.
So that's it. So B and Nelly. What have been the highlights of your life in the Union?
The people.
Yeah.
And how many years have I known you?
It's 98.
Is
That's
it?
26 years.
Yeah, and it's just walking away when you start to think, I wouldn't miss a building. You don't miss a building, and those friendships that you have, you know, the weddings I've been to, the people's children I know now, the memories, so much laughter and tears, and it's probably not even productions. I think it's about the experiences that I've had and the people.